Winter is coming, and what better way to actually spend my time than with my Steam Deck? Personally, I don't play a lot of video games these days. I average about maybe 8 to 15 hours every 2 weeks. I might put some more time in if some friends and I run a private game in an in-house server that we have here. You might ask then, why buy a Steam Deck, let alone a second one? And that's because my bed is warm and comfy. And unlike my last video where I tortured you, I can bring you delicious content like this, where the screen protector goes on like butter. Alright, let's get into these SSD swaps. First, the old LCD model. The old model used a Phillips screwdriver, and magnets really help with these tiny screws. Be careful with the old Steam Deck since the screws can easily be stripped. Some of you might not like this part. Who needs a tool when you can grow them? Once I get the back plate off, it's pretty easy from here. The old Steam Deck heat shield had 3 screws holding it in place. The new OLED model only has 2. The third screw is hidden under this aluminum tape protector. They also got rid of these thermal conductors on the newer model. The next step is to remove the battery connector, and you don't want to hot swap it. Also, make sure to push the power button a few times afterwards to draw out any remaining power in the system. Once that's done, let's go ahead and rip the 1TB SSD out of this old model. There's just a screw in place. Pretty simple stuff. Now the OLED model. So there are some differences right away. The Phillips screws have been replaced with a T6 Torx screw. They've also been threaded into metal holes instead of plastic, which helps with future modifications. Good job, Valve. Valve knows their customer base, people like me who like to tinker. Like the old model, it has the same number of screws. Also, the shell is no different, so it should fit pretty much any of the cases you already own. But be careful with the cases with the larger borders, they might get in the way of the new larger screen. These backplates aren't any different either, though there is a little bit of a metal bracket on the bottom vent of the new one. As you can see, the heat shield on the new model has changed. As mentioned, only 2 screws. Just like before, remove the battery and push the power button. Now you don't have to do this. I didn't want to remove the tape off the heat shield, but removing it will make it easier. As you can see, the SSD is facing a different direction, and that's due to the components on the motherboard being rotated and the die being shrunk from 7 nanometers to 6. With how cheap the 2230 SSDs are these days, I could upgrade to a 2TB, but there's really no need. I already have a large backlog of games to play. Now let's go ahead and do everything in reverse.
Stop! My penis can only get so erect.
And the OLED is done. Here's where I get nervous because it did not post right away. When in doubt, power cable. But finally it did post, so I was pretty satisfied. Like my starter movie? It's cute, I know. With just a quick firmware update, I was good to go. With that, I'm done. Oh, you didn't see anything, Nintendo. Emulation isn't real. It can't hurt you. Now let's check and see if everything's here. Yep, all here. And let's check the desktop. Good too.
I don't know if you're allowed to do that.
All done. Now I just have to go ahead and put the case on this and then close up the old Steam Deck. But the only good part about closing up that old Steam Deck was this. This one too, posted just fine. You are a good Steam Deck. If anybody was wondering, I'm using the JSOX case with a few Play Vital stuff. I'm trying some of their other options this time. These are what I used before. They added a quality feel to the plastic buttons. These extended bumpers won't work with the JSOX cover, but I'm trying them anyway. Lastly, the back buttons, these are a little bit more raised up than what I used to use. Link in the description for all of these. Let me end this by saying thank you so much to all of my subscribers. I still don't know what my niche is, but I'll figure it out at some point, and hopefully I can bring you all content that you like. And if you're new here, if you like what you see, please subscribe. I upload weekly, sometimes it's shorts, sometimes it's long form videos, whatever it could be. Later!